What's up, folk? You know what I mean? It's Thursday. No good, do gooder here. Puda. Or you can call me Kiki. I'm gonna drop some real jewels in this. Cause people is like all in their head about shit, and it's not really like that confusing. You know what I'm saying? Um, Everybody understands that the world has 12 months in a year. Then you need to apply that 12 to uh, cycles of life. Okay? Then you need to look at 4 zodiac signs. Okay? And each sign is like on a 12-year cycle. You know? But they also tell you that people with the it's a certain word for it. 8, like the infinity, like if that's your um magic number in your name and all your shit, whatever. They say you get karma first. Okay? Now this is the part where I'm gonna shut the confusion down. It's a life path, that's what it is. I'm a life path 8. However, I did not accumulate any karma at all. And so even though life path 8s get karma first, it's only if you accumulate karma. Then when it's time to circle back around, you're going to get it. And when I say I haven't accumulated any karma, I'm going to be shocking the fuck out of y'all on what I say. Because a lot of folk look at it like it's bad. Or like, I don't know, they just don't think like how I think. So, if you joined a club, a frat, fraternity, you took an oath, you got into any type of secret societies, you pledged, you denounced certain shit to pick up other shit, if you in a cult, coven, church, and you got a society within a society within a society, or a cult within a cult within a cult, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing it you're doing it off the muscle, right? And what I mean by off the muscle is you're not signing up for this shit at these places because you're curious. You've been invited, someone's told you about it, you agreed, and you decided to attend. You like what you saw, and you joined. No matter the hazing process you had to go through, you joined. No matter what they said that you need to do, whether you need to kill an animal, kill a human, sacrifice, whatever, you did it. And Some people, they join, they're looking for protection. Some people join because there are benefits. Some people join because you can get away with a lot of shit. And some people join because they just sick and demented, sadistic. And they enjoy the fuckery because it's hidden. And they don't want none of their shit to be exposed. Now, the part where I say I'm going to fuck y'all up at, your churches operate this way too. You know, when you put money in the collection plate or you join the church and you get an envelope and you fill out your information, they do divination on you. You know, see what's in your destiny. And then they rob you of your destiny, of your money, of your benefits. And they do black magic on you, put you in a form of turmoil. You're going to keep coming back to the church. You're going to keep putting your money in a collection plate. You're going to keep wanting to talk to the pastor, to the youth, to everybody about your hardships. And, you know, you keep praying for God to deliver you out of it. Not even realize it was fabricated. Plan set up. But you thinking it's real. Because you feel the pain. You witness the murders. You suffer through not having. And you wonder when you do send your kid to a church and they might have been straight, then they come back gay. All of it is a form of pre-planned, on purpose trauma to create some drama to keep you in a state of karma for a duration of time. And then they put you on their calendar, they wrap the shit. So they keep going back to it. You don't know you're in a loop, but you're in a loop. You think you're operating in your right mind, you're not. You know, you think you're controlling yourself, you're not. 501c3s take orders from the government. I know none of these entities are going to like anything that I'm saying. Even your army, your government, your Navy, your Marines. Take pledges. Your cops. Pledge. You know what I'm saying? All forms of that, you're giving parts of yourself away. Your soul, your spirit, your heart, your mind, your intellect, your free will, believe it or not. Because they fill you with an illusion, saying these are the things you can get, these are the things you can have, these are the things that come with. But it ain't in that paperwork all the shit you got to do in order to obtain what they telling you about. They do sly, slick shit. You know, it's underhanded practice. Even your doctors and your lawyers, they take that oath too. And I want you just to try and think how I think. Try and be in my shoes just for the duration of this message. If you were put in a dangerous situation and someone wanted to take your life, and you have ancestors, gods, and angels that want you, and they woke you up out of your sleep to let you know that you got people coming to kill you. And you listen to keep your life. Okay? And you defeat what's outside your door to keep your life and the life of anybody that's at your house. You know? So, what people seem like they thought they knew me, they didn't bank on me calling on God. If they really knew me, they would know I call on God out loud or in my head. But I seek their wisdom before I do anything. Even if I had to whoop your ass, I run everything past God first. And just because I don't broadcast that, that doesn't mean I don't do it. See? And then the other thing I learned is when people think they know you, no, they don't. People only want to know the parts of you that they are concerned about, the parts that they see as a threat. They're not concerned about the rest of you that don't seem like a threat to them. I just come off not looking like a threat at all of any kind in all my 12 houses because they attacked every single chakra, head to toe. I made it out every single time. Talk to God out loud and inside my head. I would ask God, give me the quickest way out, you know. Or, I might be even pleading like, yo, I don't want to fight. And I didn't try talking and reasoning with this person or that person, and that's all they want to do. And you'll be amazed that God will be like, I understand. Which I found that to be totally opposite than how I'm raised or how I was raised. And even how all of you have been raised. But I learned going through school, even though I didn't go to class all the time. I learned everybody put their name on everything, from your jacket to your thermostat, your thermos to your lunch, to signing your check, buying a car, a house, you know what I'm saying, writing a book, getting a business, becoming something, somewhere, a career. You can look at it like you're signing your life away or you're signing up for life. And in order to sign up for life, you do not bind yourself to meaningless contracts. You do not sign yourself up for death. Death is inevitable like your taxes. So the more you sign up, closer you is to death. Because it's like till death or till debt do us part. Well, death is inevitable, so you only got one left. Debt. And you're either in debt to yourself or you're in debt to somebody else. And with me, I'm going to smoke on that some more because it's still lit. I remember I had a man and we stayed together. We weren't married, but we stayed together. I called my father for some money, for some bills. My father said, "Why you calling me asking me for money and you got a man?" I said, "Yeah, Dad, I know I got a man. And I know he can help me." And he does. I said, "But it's something about taking money from the person you are in a relationship with. And if it's of large sums. And what's the rule? Either you're going to owe, pay it back, owe, they take your life, or owe, you giving up some strange for a piece of change. I don't want to die. And if I already know I ain't got that to pay that back, I ain't going to take it. No, that's number 2. And number 3, it ain't that I'm fragile. I just don't like my box being beat the fuck up. I'm already bow-legged, and if that motherfucker get beat down, I might not be able to walk. Nah, I need to be able to walk. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all women, and this is what I'm about to say is a duality move. And it's smooth. Now I consider you real brave when you can knock down a big dick. I consider you brave as fuck when you got orgy, gangbang, double dicks, triple dicks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I salute you, shit, because that's work too. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You can't fault a motherfucker though if that ain't the time that they on and that ain't what they want to do. Yeah, but shit, my body ain't built like that. So even if, a dude might be wanting to do something or introduce me to something and I get that little feeling, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to do it. But I got this thing with, like, you can't just spring things up on folk. You should have a conversation. But this is where society fucks us up. Society will look at my face, my hair, my nails, my toes, my outfit, my breasts, and my booty, and they're going to put me in a category. And I would be saying most of the time, like, I got more than this. I got a brain. I am smart. I know how to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. I had to understand that other people were holding me back. And then I also had to understand that the vision that I had wasn't everyone's vision. And even if it seemed like my dreams and aspirations were probably far off to a lot of folk, I would get nudges from the ethers that I was on the right path. And like when you hear God's voice one time, you'll never forget it. Never. And when God saves you once, you'll never forget it. You'll be indebted instantly. And yes, it's for the part that God saved my life. And yes, it's for the part of the wisdom that they give me. But it's solely on the part that I gave a damn. And I really believed. All my attentions align. That means all my chakras align. That means both sides of my brain is connected. And that taking a chance, like that's that faith and that mustard seed. And no matter how many times I have dealt with death and death has been presented or happening to me, I never took it. I never settled for it. I never let it enter my being as an option. And I kept making sure everything I do would be on the lines of my motherfucking ass still being even here to live. Shit. You know? Because when you ain't doing shit to kill yourself and other people is doing shit to kill you, but you don't know it's other people that's doing this shit behind them doors to kill you, and then you go through a whole come save me or because I'm telling you what I'm about to fucking do, you know. All that shit, yeah, you're gonna be thankful. But I had more than one reason to be thankful. One, the first time God saved my life, second or the third, you know. The people I'm dealing with are people that don't care if you save their life. They feel like you're supposed to, like you're indebted to them, like a genie in a fucking shit. No, nah. See, that's what parts of religion got y'all fucked up. Like you gonna put all the abundant or all the chosen people on the front fucking line. No. No. All I'm doing is showing you how to believe in God, how to have faith in God, and that I'm pretty much a representation of God. Like, yo, He saved me. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people. I did not tell you how to get there. I ain't think people was gonna be mad at the fact that, I won't dress a certain way or look a certain way or think or act a certain way. The way God tells it to me, it was meant for it to happen like that. Because He wanted everyone to see just real. What better way in a person that did the real shit, went through real times, and called on God. And the way I sit in front of everybody, I'm chill. I'm regular, you know. But what I didn't know, it stood out in my brain when I would sign up for something. But I don't know all of the details of what it entails. And you can mistakenly say yes, all because you decide to give a person a chance. You know, nobody ever tells you their motives, but you should look at everybody like they got one, no matter who they are to you, how old they are, who their mama is, or nothing. It's just a spirit and a soul. A soulless being, it's like an NPC, a robot. They programmed to do certain shit. They programmed to keep the narrative. They're not wired for change. You know, that's like watching some glitch out in front of you. That's a mental disorder. You know what I'm saying? But any of them clubs you get into, it's time to parse yourself away. And you don't want to keep doing that. And because I never really did that, that was already good karma for me. And so what people did was put me in contracts by signing my name into stuff, looking like me, whatever. But at one point it did bind to the real person. Now this is the difference. All you people that like fuck me over really, you know what I'm saying? And you feeling the pain or whatever, you sick, you know, shit starting to roll. Oh, I drunk all my drink. But shit starting to roll and not in your favor. I ain't got to deal with being sick too. That's real shit I've been through. But y'all already trying to tap out. I ain't get to tap out 12 years. Then another group of motherfuckers that's extended to them motherfuckers sign me up another 12. Like that. You know. But no matter how many times I was presented with death, sickness, I would say, nah, this ain't gonna be what's gonna end my life. Mm-mm. I need to figure out what this is. I do my own research on myself. I look at statistics. You know, I pay attention to my body, my feelings, and my thoughts. You talk good to yourself, you're gonna be good to yourself. You care about knowing what's going on with you, like what's wrong, what hurt, including your damn feelings. That's just a move narcissists and gaslighters out the way because they don't want you to care, especially about yourself. And that's all I did. I took it upon myself and didn't wait for nobody to tell me. Every time I was down, I learned about me. I prayed that the areas that I was going to read or watch, look at, were precise, real close signs from God. And I would get different feelings. And I know because I go through this, it's like a spark process every time when I could link something from 5 years ago and it might apply today. But I'd be like, whoa, because it'll hit me, you know. But not signing on a whole lot of shit is a form of purity. That means that's a different type of responsibility. Because too much of anything leads to death. So don't do none of the 7 daily sins to death. Don't do none of the 10 commandments to death. Don't do the 42 laws of Ma'at too much to death. Be mindful of what you're doing and what you're saying. Think of it as like preservation, which can be a form of patience. Now, I might say to certain people, all of what I feel, what I'm going through, what I don't like, what I do like, just vent. Then there's others, I don't say nothing. Mm-mm. And I practice that. Or I just got real good at it because I could see when people was feeding me the bullshit. Everybody got a bullshit detector. I got a I got a reel on that on my other channel. But when your bullshit detector goes off, listen to it. You ain't got to call a person a bullshitter right in front of their face. Just listen to what come out their mouth. Okay? Because that's another form of death when you keep hanging and you tying to people and ain't nobody with no elevated mind in your crew. Somebody got to stop somebody from doing something to somebody so it just won't go to shit. It's just applying logic. If you're a woman, if you're a man, apply emotion. You got to feel in order to heal. And then some stuff you just got to be okay with not knowing. You know. And then once God gives you like the green light and you know you're going to be here for some time, that means you've already processed the fact that you're going to learn something new and shocking. And it might throw you off. But see, once you elevate your thinking and you end up balancing out your scales and getting Christ conscious, you would go through that process beforehand, like preparation. And you got to think about all the disappointments because people was playing games to cancel the negative too against y'all, not me. you know. And it's easy to understand how I'm winning if I ain't around y'all. They don't see me saying or doing none of this dumbass shit. I don't talk to you. And they can just trace a fucking phone and figure that shit out, you know. And then where you wanna trap me and shit, I don't guess y'all think about that people actually look up people and figure out where they stay and keep an eye on the person. They know who the fake folk is and who the real folk is. The trick of the life game is if you don't say nothing, they win. If you don't elevate to this shit, they win. And when you leave God out, you lose. So think about if you are already in the process of possibly losing your life. Like, I don't want to be, you know, praying or like wanting the last meal to eat or all this other crazy ass shit that they give you and let you do and what people ask for when they ain't got much time left. You know, I just thought like, well, I'm concerned about how I'm going to die. And when I know I can speak something and the ethers can hear it, I don't want to like necessarily say I want to know the time of my death. I'm just trying to secure it in its proper context. I am here to live. I am not here to die. So if I ain't talking that, that ain't what's going to come to me. I'm here to live and learn. And that's what I will do. Living is being like a traveler, explorer, you know. That's what it is when you're trying to figure out who you are or what you are, where you come from, or even how powerful you are. When you want to know. So if I'm close to facing my end, no, I'm calling out to God. I just got very good at calling out and conversating and aligning my attentions with the world I wanted to create, that they heard it and they liked it and they ran the numbers on the shit and they said, yeah, this shit'll work. And we're gonna let you implement that. And guess what? Shoots my spirituality points up like this. Pew! Take off like a motherfucking rocket. Because what God told me, and I said it in a couple of my writings. Because I ask questions about life. Because I ask questions about spirit. And because I ask questions on like Is this what they do to a God? That shit got implanted by my thoughts and my intentions into my destiny. Because what I was going through, I never seen nobody else go through as much as I did. But I would see people, hear people, and talk to people, and they would be like, we still want you to go here, go there, do this, do that. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm taking some time away because I've done a lot already, you know. But other people, it was like they're more fragile or something. So you build up tough skin, resilience, determination. And by doing that, you get credit. Goes up. I didn't give up on myself. You get credit. It goes up. I didn't overdo any of 7 deadly, 10 commandments, 42 laws. In compliance. I read the definition of karma. I understand it. I'm not going to go against it because the world doesn't spin backwards. It only spins forward. It is designed as a boomerang effect. Same as duality, same as the mirror, you know. Just like it's different ways to trap you, it's different solutions to get out. But if you don't take the time to exercise your brain, to broaden your horizons, to not just listen to other people, to listen to yourself, and just tie up the loose ends. Let's like get a map, you know? Like create a map in your mind. Let it just be blank. And ask God to take you all around the world, you know, on your phone. And explore. Ask God where you think I should start. And God will reply back, look at your eyes. Then they will reply again, look at your feet. And then they'll reply some more. Look at your cheeks, you know. Then another time, I was trying to not, I knew what I was reading was on the right path, but I wanted like confirmation. So I would have Bible, Holy Quran, Book of Mormon, and Christopher Columbus diaries. I would also look at and read Bibles before 1960. And I went back in history in different phases, about 6,000 years. There was a break in my mind of my knowledge that lasted for a period of time, which was done on purpose. Because I was soaking in some shit. And I was like, I could feel the elevation, you know? And my dreams were so real, you know? And I would hear God clear, you know? And this is the part that I don't know. I guess it put me on the map, so to speak. They say I'm strong, but when I'm in love, I'm stronger. Now, at first, I didn't believe it, but I had to think on my last relationship, which was the man I lost to gun violence, or just two men not agreeing between him and my brother. But I loved him a lot, and part of him ran the streets. But I would have a dream, and I could see things clear as day, of different things that were happening in different places where he was. And I would wake up and I'd call him, but then I'd go over there and I would see similar scenes, like with the police out and all of that. But somebody else would be dead. And I saved him like that about 6 times. But I'm going to tell you, that was my indication that you can't change fate or the destiny for that person, no matter how hard you try, you know. But that kind of put me on the map a little bit more. And I guess it's more on the lines of like what you can handle or what they feel like you've educated yourself on. Because when I say it like that, I want you to understand that your ancestors is in your DNA. All trauma, drama, karma passed down in DNA from the woman to the child. So that's why it's very important for the woman to heal, you know. But it's like parts of your body that will talk to you. That's like your ancestors talking to you. And then sometimes you got a collaboration. Feelings, tingles, you know, and light bulbs. When I would look at that, like, you know, ancestors and heavens and spirit, you know, that's like that triple confirmation. When I understand something, even when I get the epiphany, it's like, okay, you know, but I couldn't go anywhere for a while. And I was sick. And at one point, like I said, my mind was going. But God, Mother God, she came through and she told me, this is the process that they take to steal your spirit. So imagine if you're me, you have to hear things like that. Yes, it's going to shock me. But imagine people that you don't know that want to hurt you. and people that you do know want to hurt you. And God pops in here and there and talks to you. And they give you little nuggets. I would research the nuggets, you know. And I didn't know who I was or who I am. But I was desperately trying to find out. Because I didn't like getting diagnoses like, well, we don't know what's wrong with you. But I've read articles from the Egyptians, like back in time, that'll say, we have solved every problem on earth. Like, there is nothing else here to solve. So we are going to another planet. What? That information's out there somewhere. And I took my own self back through history and back through slavery the way I wanted to, not by school standards. I did it on the lines of, I know it's a whole lot of black inventors out there. I need to familiarize myself. I know there's a city under this city because people lived here before us. And all we do is build on top of. And I knew that we were from the beginning. So they want to paint the beginning like Stone Age, you know. And maybe that's before, God, you know. But from looking at pictures, I mean, they said it. They were further advanced than we are. Even the government has said, if you read certain articles, that they got technology that's 150 to 200 years ahead of where they got us. You know what I'm saying? So possibilities are constantly going on that are positive. And yet they don't want that. Because I remain positive anyway. Spiritual stock, just keep going. Every time I'm presented with a problem and I articulate my thoughts and my feelings, I express where I'm at, and I also don't go through a process that hurts you. I mapped out a way. Every person is just a different map, a different way. But as long as I map out a way that doesn't hurt me or doesn't hurt another person, stock goes up. A God is intellectual. A God makes a way, finds a way. The less casualties, the better. And you can't stand in your true power if you are using trickery, deceit, lies, setups, all that shit. Because it shows weakness. And the weakness is that you'll win at any cost. That's not a strength, that's a weakness. Because it's a weakness because God doesn't want you to kill the land because you can't live on it. But that's what they did. It's a weakness because any means necessary would mean, yeah, you killing some women and some children. You raping them too. And just because you do it under the skies of war doesn't make it right. It's the thinking also that has my spiritual stock up. And then what shoots it kind of more through the roof is the fact that I knew I'm one person. And I have people coming from all around the world fucking with me. Do you actually think I'm going to go to all those people? No. All those people are in me. Did you wash the ones that you gave me? I ain't washed them clothes yet. Okay. I'm going to, though. Okay. Here. All those people are in me, though. Because you tapped into my energy. You stolen my energy. You have put me down for the count quite a few times. You know, y'all was just getting licks after licks after licks after licks. So imagine your energetic cord. It's like you back and forth in my living room, kicking up dust, dirt. Or you can look at it like that tether. Every time you attach to me, everywhere you're going, everything you're doing, back and forth, back and forth. Or if you go around in a circle, because you keep looping me, you was looping me in the same shit. Okay? Look at it like Saturn rings. That's how much you did it. It's gotten colorful, wide. Has a timeline. And it don't have to be a timeline that y'all motherfuckers can read. But it's a timeline that God can read. See what having faith in a mustard seed to do to you? It's like, it's a no-brainer that spirit is invisible. That doesn't mean that it's not there and it don't exist. That's part of the God box. And the information jewels God want me to put out there. And I ain't trying to be funny, but if you know you could get a book and go to the fucking woods under the moon and conjure up a damn spirit, why the fuck you can't conjure up an angel? Why the fuck you can't conjure up God? Like, why the fuck you don't, ask for a friendly ghost? You know what I'm saying? That's all I did. You know? Why would I want to do the same thing that y'all are doing? It's clear it's not working. How I would know it's not working? God ain't talking to y'all. Because you had to attach to me to get fucking talked to. And in case your demon is just taking over you so fucking much and you don't understand why God chose to save me and inhabit me, it's the purity. It's the not falling for the traps. It's the maze, you know, the path. One you create, one I create. Still a creation. But if I master both, I think I'm ahead of you. See? And it's a more proper and effective way to conduct business. Because, I mean, I could be a dirty motherfucker like y'all and just set up shit to get motherfuckers locked up. But this is where a heart comes in. And you'll know if you're dealing with an op because they ain't got no heart. But this is where the heart comes into play. Why in the fuck would I taunt you, torture you, gang stalk you, go to your house, threaten your kids, threaten them, all over a lie? Your brain is far gone when you cannot see the lie. I won by that alone. And my stock through the roof. The way you kill Satan is recognize the deception, the trickery, the lies, the stealing, and the destroying. So, just like you have the maze, you know, and I create the path, what you think along my path? I ain't understand the maze? And I know the maze is set up. It's rigged for you to win. My path isn't. That's the element of surprise. When you are controlled by the entity, you are a robot. You are the hive mind with the bees. You know, you don't know anything else outside of your job. So why? Because that's a form of liberation. And the devil ain't trying to liberate you. He don't even want you to think about liberation because that's giving you some hope. You know, the devil ain't trying to educate you. Not on no real shit. They ain't trying to educate you on how to get out. Because getting out is getting the fucking devil out. If you know how to extract the devil out of you, that motherfucker ain't got no chance. He ain't got no choice either. He also ain't got no vessel. Starve the devil. It's the same like if you would starve an angel. You know, you starve the devil, you don't get the devil what the fuck you want. I was just smart enough to understand that what the devil really wants is what he can never, ever obtain. Purity, clear heart, mind, righteous decision, choices. Because even though he's a master of others, someone is still mastering him. It ain't the good people. because you already know you work for the devil. And so, even the devil hires intellectual people, and God is an intellectual God, and we know that God outranks the devil. So I'm not going with the lesser form of intellect. That don't sound like no win to me. Let me go to the highest form. You know? And my angel said, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And you know what came in my head? The circle. We went all around the world, back to the beginning. We did 3,000 shars. I think that's how it goes. Some shit. We did a whole lot of fucking time. Back to the beginning. But it's really not the beginning. It's only considered the beginning because we only know 1 through 7. But technically, you don't know 7. Okay? Because you didn't know how 7 was going to end. You know? And you just never let, the gods get into day 8. And so even though I am a reincarnated deity of Isis, and she's the beginning of magic, the start. And all my ancestors begin a time, it had to be taught by her. And even if I don't have a book, I don't know the language. And I don't know the spell. You know what I do? I ask the gods for an ancestor that understands what they're talking about, what they're doing. And whatever it is that they need to do to handle that, I don't stop them. I ask for their help. I'm co-creating with the universe. My stock goes up. I don't limit myself to just help from this planet. My stock goes up. I am favored by all realms. My stock goes up. I understand that I am the number 1 on the planet. That doesn't mean I need to be arrogant, boastful, or fucking greedy. When you were given the world at birth, meaning my first soul, spirit birth, and for it to be given back to you, why would I want to, make it my business to like hunt clan by clan or country by country to terrorize the world? I'm not a tyrant. I have dealt with tyrants, sick, demented, delusional tyrants that all need to be locked the fuck up. But there's a program that's on some shit like, give me all the fucked up motherfuckers. We're going to send you back out there in the world. And we're going to give you a check. We're going to pretend that you're normal. Oh, I flicked the booger. Sorry. But we need for you to do some of that fucked up shit you're doing in here. Out there. So when I say, no matter what type of movie you watch, that was somebody's life, that's not a lie. People get ideas through events. And some people's events was fucked up. And because of a capitalist world, they turn around and capitalize on it. I mean, they tell you the Bible is the greatest thing. Then they hit you with the Bible is full of curses and lies and hexes and rituals. And they come out with books to explain it. But they've got your mind so good that you think the bad is good for you. And when they want to do bad to us, it's not good for us. It's just about staying at a certain frequency and never going past that. And anytime you ask questions past that, we're going to say, well, we haven't found those pages to that book yet. When you got them. Been had them. You just enjoying your evil time. And you don't want it to come to pass. But because the world moves forward and you've delayed that for a long time, 100 or 100 or more years, God's speeding it up. So it doesn't mean that it won't take place and it won't happen, but that your people actually was very successful at the delay. Nothing, no one, no matter what it is, can override God. Not the mother God, not the father God. Mm-mm. So, it doesn't matter that you don't believe in what I'm saying, but you want to keep testing the theory to disprove what I'm saying. And you can't get mad when God decides when it's your time to be disapproved of. Because everything comes back. So if you spew negative, think negative, do negative, be negative, see negative, and broadcast negative, that's all you're going to get. Nothing else. That's all you're going to get. It's all according to how you pour into this world. Mm-hmm. That's what it's about. All right, people. I am out of here. It's been nice talking to y'all, and I hope you Got some really good stuff, but it's a whole lot of truth. Later, people.